What's up? It's Matt Dempsey. It's just a beautiful day out here. Wow, looks like I could go for a nice old ride in my car. Or I could play basketball. Who am I kidding though? I'm just a short white kid. Just look how crazy beautiful it is out here. I'm just glad to be alive and not dying from secondhand smoke. I think I'll get the mail. Look, our car's coming. Just getting the mail here, picking up a bit of mail. And just feels like a good day to be alive and all those great things like that. Let's take it in and I'll talk to you about why being alive is great. And you know what could harm you? Secondhand smoking. That'll shorten your life. It's not going to keep it going. Let's get it in. Let's learn about this up in the house over here. Wow, it's my dogs. Look at them. And my mom's shake weight. I could play with some shake weight, but hey, I'd rather teach you about the harmful things of secondhand smoking. Sounds fun, doesn't it? I know. So, let's get it going. First of all, this is a big problem, this secondhand smoking. It's killed a lot of people. So let's check out what's going on in here. Oh, look, it's Wiz Khalifa. He's cool. Oh, but he's smoking. That's not good. They're making smoking cool. Secondhand smoking is just as harmful as the people that are smoking. It causes many organ damages, deaths, and the only positive thing is that the people who don't like smoking can try and get the effects out of being with people who smoke, but those effects really aren't worth it because it's very unhealthy. I believe that smoking should be limited and only allowed in non-smoking sections so that only the smokers themselves take on all of the harmful risks of smoking. Wonder where Wiz Khalifa learned that from. Oh, Snoop Dogg. That's not good. I guess smoking and music have been tied together for quite some time. That's not good. It's been around forever. There's old Wiz again. Definitely smoking. Oh boy. Not good. Well, smoking causes 600,000 deaths a year, and we found out how bad secondhand smoking was over 2 decades ago, and the public just isn't as informed as it should be because this shouldn't be happening. Over in other places like Spain, they have many laws to shut down smoking in restaurants, such as in Spain, recently a restaurant owner had his restaurant closed because he would not pay a $200,000 fine because he allowed his clients to smoke inside his restaurants. That restaurant got shut down. That means no smoking. It's definitely a bad thing. Secondhand smoke has many carcinogens in it, and there's no safe level of smoking at all. If you're exposed to over 6 hours of smoking, it's very, very harmful to your health. The waitresses and waiters at restaurants, if they're smoking in there, could be very, very harmed from that smoke. Even very prestigious people smoke, like there's the President of the United States. Smoking is going to lead to a 25% more chance of having a heart disease and a 24% more chance of lung cancer, and it's also a big effect on blood clots. There have been 40 sudden infant deaths due to passive smoking. It affects almost every organ in the human body, which is not good. The WHO reported that in 2004, 303,000 people died from smoking. And children happen to be the worst. affected ones out of everyone, because their parents smoke. And in the UK, 11,000 people die from smoke. It causes hearing loss and mental problems to children, so they're very much at risk. It permeates, and basically 1 out of every 100 people die from passive smoking. It's quite scary. Cigarette smoke can be very harmful even if you can't smell it. Children breathe more rapidly, so that's why they're even at worse statistics. Just 20 minutes of being around smoke in a day will harm you very much. It's the same equivalent of having 1 or 2 cigarettes. And 10 cigarettes a day is the same thing as being around someone who smokes consistently throughout the day, especially if they smoke and you're around them for about 6 hours. 10% of people who have lung cancer never smoked. That means even if you never smoked, you're still having all that risk and the harmful side effects. The people to blame is really the tobacco industry. There's a lot of harmful things that happen, such as with mothers. If they're pregnant and carrying their baby, they're 70% more likely to have a baby with neural tube defects if they smoke with that child being around them. Children's lungs are still growing and developing, and a child that has parents that smoke is a lot more likely to grow up and become a childhood smoker. The worst thing also about this smoking is that it permeates from room to room. It doesn't just happen, and smoking in cars is very bad. The smoking toxic chemicals cling on rugs, curtain, clothes, food, hair, anything you could imagine. And they cause these things for children like asthma, or they affect asthma worse, and middle ear infections and cot deaths. And they're 2 times more likely if a parent is smoking with a child in the area. If you understand secondhand smoking and how harmful it is, you'd be very shocked and afraid to realize that there is also third-hand smoking. This is the tobacco byproduct that stays around, and there's over 60 more known carcinogens in that. Passive smoking, just in general, like this poor girl is being induced to right now because of her friend, is not going to help her live very long. Or it's going to shorten her life, definitely. Over 4,000 chemicals have been found to be picked up during secondhand smoking. This means toxins like lead and arsenic, a very big risk factor if anyone smokes. It's not good. There's a low birth rate and many infants suddenly die. The best way to stop smoking is to quit. So this man should be a better father and quit smoking for his daughter. These girls, they may think being smoking is cool because that's what a lot of people nowadays show, such as Wiz Khalifa here, but they should realize that it's really not cool, and this is about as horrific as it gets.
For his nicotine addiction.
This young man has been around parents that smoke so much that he is a regular smoker now. His baby is not even 3 years old. We need to solve things like this around the world so that people can live their lives, fulfill them, and have better lives overall. We need to do what we can do to stop these horrible things. Smoking is not good. Passive smoking hurts people. The best thing to do is to quit, and it not only helps the person who quits, but it also helps the person's friends.